So you're welcome to the part 2 of our getting started video. The last time we had our class, we stopped at a point. Um, we stopped at this point where we had already gotten our face out. We got our different parts, and we stopped where we got the face, got the hair, then got a beard and everything out now. So the next thing we will do before I continue from where we stopped, I want to just recap on what we did the last time. The last time, getting started part 1, we talked about the first thing you do when you want to start your animation project, and that is you first start off getting your script done. The script is like the story you want to tell, the character that is in the story, the venue of the story. So we used a jotter pad to get a script out. Then with the jotter pad we got a script out. Then after that we captured our face. Then we used our tune up to cartoonize our face, get our cartoon face out. Then we now moved to pick art, where we remove the background of our face. Then after we did that, we came to after we did that we now came to the light motion app, where we now use the app to work on our face, break our face to different parts. So far so good. We've gotten to this point where we have a face. If I go, I'll be going down from the down to the top, which is that our face layer. We got our face background, we got our nose, we got our eyes, we got our mouth, we got our beard. So these are the different parts that makes up a face. So I'm going to start unlocking them one after the other, so we could see what we have exactly. So you could see for now we have our eyebrow, our hair, our eye, and everything ready. Now, one thing you should know about the human face is that the human face is asymmetrical, when it means from one part you get the other part of your face. Okay, so in this case we already have the half part of our face. The nose is complete though. We have one part of our face. So what we will do now is to duplicate this other part to create the remaining part of our face. But for us to get that done, we need to turn on our reference, which is our face layer. That's the reference. Then we turn off our face background layer, so we could see where our eye is on this other side, where the eyebrow is on this other side. So once we duplicate this eye, we could now place it where exactly it's supposed to be. So always ensure that your reference image is there. Reference image is what helps you place things where you're supposed to place them. That is very important. Always have the reference on the background. It is when you're actually done with what you're supposed to do, you could now say, okay, I want to get rid of my reference, but ensure the reference is always there while you're working. So for now, we want to go on and duplicate the eye. And how do you do that? We already named the eye. We have the eye, we have the eye, that is eye. Now, for the fact that we want to duplicate the eye, you tap on the eye layer. Like you remember at this point, I tap on the eye layer, and I'm going to tap on the plus with the 2 rectangle on top of it. Tap on it. Then you say duplicate layer. You tap on duplicate layer. Okay. Then you tap on the eye copy layer. You go up to that point where you have this on top of your canvas, where you have those square, the refuse bin, and that 0 with 3 dots. The 0 with 3 dots, tap on it. Then you now see what comes out. We want to flip what we just do, the eye we just duplicated horizontally. Now when you flip it, it's going to be facing the other way, like turn the eye to the other point. You get it? So tap on flip horizontally. The eye has been flipped. Now it's looking very weird. You get? So the next thing we're going to do is at the bottom of your screen where you have all these tools, you see move and transform. Tap on move and transform. You tap on it. Now on the pad here, on your swipe here to move layer, you now move this eye, move it straight ahead until it fits where this other one is. You see? So we'll have our second eye down there. Okay, it's just for us to place it so it fits perfectly and not too out of place. So we have our second eye and it's looking okay. Okay, it's looking okay. And with this eye, we got the other one. We'll be doing the same thing for our eyebrow also. And with that, we can now get our eyes, the left eye. But before we get the eyebrow, let's rename our eye to how it's supposed to be. Now, for when you're looking at your screen, anything that is on your canvas, the left part of your screen, you name it as the right part of your screen. While the right part of your screen, any element that is on the right part of your screen is on the left part of your screen. The left is the right is the left. I'll tell you, let me show you by what I'm doing. I'm going to tap on the eye copy. And now the eye copy is on the right part of my screen. So this eye copy will be named as eye left or left eye, but just put eye left. Eye left. That's the left eye. Then this eye itself is going to be named as eye right. Okay? You enter. I've renamed that. I know you know how to rename now. Okay? Eye left, eye right. Okay, so that has been renamed. So you could see that we have our eye left, eye right. It's always good for you to name all your layers, so with just a glance you know what is what. And even aside the glance, on the left, on the other side of your screen where you have those eye icons, you can see that everything that is on your screen is depicted in a bit, an image on the side. But it's always good that when you just look at your layers, you know what it is. So our next move is to duplicate our eyebrow and flip it horizontally to this other side, so we get that done. Okay, so tap on the duplicate layer button, duplicate layer, and once it has been duplicated, you tap on the eyebrow copy layer, then you go up again, the same thing you just did. You tap on the circle with 3 dots inside, tap on it, then tap on flip horizontally. Same step, go down to move and transform, tap on move and transform, then move it until it gets to that point. So you can see the need for the reference. So we have eyebrow flipped left and right, the need for the reference. Okay, now the next thing we will do, we'll do the same process. We're going to rename our eyebrows to eyebrow left, eyebrow right. Like I said, if you tap on the eyebrow copy, the one that is on your right is eyebrow left. So you're going to name it eyebrow left. Okay, enter. Then this one will be eyebrow right. Then you enter 2. Once that is named, now we have a face for us perfectly adjusted the way we want it to be. So with this, I think we're good to go. However, I think I just want to let's touch the hair a bit, because now adjusting the hair, we'll be using the edit point because we've already created the hair. Touch the point. I just want to adjust this point inward a bit, okay, like that. I'm seeing something that is a bit worrisome, but I'm going to check it. Now, if you can see, our face layer is showing outside the background. So for you to adjust the face layer, just to tap on the face layer, the face background layer, tap on it. Then you go to, you tap on the face background layer, go to edit points. Now, what I'm going to do is, I can do two things. I could either tap on this, move it inward until I can't see it again. I think that's what I'll do. Before this time, I wanted to add a point, then move it, but let's just leave it because I think it's okay that way. Now, you see the reason why I said it's smarter for you to have the face layer moving into your hair. So with that, you have a perfect way to adjust things. So once the face is in the hair is going to be the front. It's going to be in the front, like the face layer is on the back. So the reason why I said it's always smart to have your hair that way done. So the face layer is at the back of the hair layer is in the front. So that is how it should be. And as you can see, it's better off this way. So I have adjusted. Now I still want to adjust the hair on this other side a bit to make it look cool. You have the choice to do that too. So I move that inward a bit. Move. So I'm adjusting the hair inward a bit. Okay, that one I'm just gonna go inward a bit, then inward a bit like that, then move this slightly in that direction too. Okay, so I've gotten, I think I like the way the hair is looking now. So we have the hair, we have the face, and now you could see on the chin, I think this one of the chin is higher than the other one, so I'm going to tap on the face layer. Now you have the right to adjust these things to the way you want them to be. You get it? So I think that chin was a bit higher, so let me bring it down a bit. Let's see how it's looking now. Okay, it's a bit straighter, so let's straighten this one a bit too. So go to edit points, tap it, then I'm gonna straighten it up. Take it in a bit, straighten it up. I think I like it this way. So for now we have a face. Our face is looking okay and fine. I'm gonna do one last touch with the hair. Sorry, at those points, just touch that point and move it slightly inward and upward a bit. Okay, I think just let it go back to the way it was. So okay, now we have our hair, we have our face, both eyes are there. Now the next thing we will do is let's blind our reference layer. So this is our face. Now we have a front looking face. We have the eyebrow and everything set up for us the way we want it to be. The next thing we want to do is, our next task is to ensure that we have a face that is looking front, which is this, a face that is looking left, and a face that is looking right. You get it? Now, if you look at this image, we don't have an ear. We don't have any ear anyway. So I think we need, let's I'm going to add the ear to this image, add the ear to it, so we could know that we have an ear to the image. But for now we don't have an ear, so let's just add ear to this stuff, so we could just have it there. So the way you do that is let's zoom in a bit, zoom in to the point where I want to add the ear, then tap on our plus button, then go to vector and drawing, then we could start drawing where we want the ear to be. So we could start the drawing to how we want the ear to be, where we want the ear to be. Tap, 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 tap. Then we'll close it up. Let's close it up. Let's close it up. You tap on this circle with the 4 dots, you tap on it, then to close up the ear. And now let's just do some little adjustment to the ear. We're going to take it out a bit. Let's curve it. Tap on this. After the minus with a circle, that's curve with a line. Tap on it. It's going to curve that point. Just curve those points. Yeah, so it looks like an ear for us. And we're going to adjust it out a bit. Yeah. Then once we've gotten it to the way we want it to be, let's see how it looks. Now let's add a skin color to the ear. So the way you do that is you come to color and fill, then tap on this pen-like button, tap on it, then move it to where you want the color to be. So it has picked that color. So that is how you get color filled up to get a color, pick a color from what is already existing on your screen to fill it up. Now let's we'll place the ear behind the face layer, because the ear shouldn't be on top of the face layer. It should just be like behind the face layer. You get it? So for that, what we'll do, and okay, let's do one. Let's rename the shape, the ear. Let's rename the shape 1 to ear, because that is what our ear is. Tap on that spot, cancel what is there, then just name it ear. Okay, we enter. Now let's zoom out a bit to see how this stuff is. Okay, so once you've done that, and that is done, I think let's give the ear a bit of a shade, so you will know that that's an ear. You know, the ear has this bit of a curvy shade on top of it. So we'll do that, then just make it look okay, so we could know that that's an ear. So the way we could do that is let's zoom into the ear again. Let's zoom into the ear again. Then we'll tap on let's tap on vector tool, then tap on vector drawing. Now I'm going to draw. Look at what I will do now. Let me still zoom in close a bit so I could get a better view. You know, when you zoom close, you get a better view of what you want to do. Now I'm going to start from this point. I want to give a bit of a curve there. So I'll tap here. I'll go there. I'll tap there. I'll go down here. I'll tap one more time. Then I'll go out a bit. Okay, let's get it from here. I'll tap one time, come here, tap another, go back here, tap another, come down here, tap another, then go out to this point. Tap. I will readjust these things to suit what I want to do. Tap, come here, tap, come out here, tap, then get to this point and tap. Okay, now once that is done, I'll now fill it with a darker shade. Before, okay, let's fill it with a darker shade so we know what we're doing. And we'll go use your back arrow to go back. Now go to color and fill. Let's take one of those darker shades. Okay, let's take one of those darker shades. Then when we're done, we'll now adjust it to the way we want, make it lighter a bit. But let's first take that darker shade and adjust it to fit what we want to do. You get what I mean? Now we've gotten the darker shade. Let me see this. This one is a bit darker than the other one. Now you'll be asking, where do you get these dark shades from? Same thing. If I want to pick any of the shades from my face, just the same thing. Take that to move it. Okay, okay. Pick this. It's done. Okay, that's the darker shade. I know what's happening. Let's just go back, and now let's adjust the points for this ear. You get it? I want to curve that, so you tap on the curve. I want to move it in a bit. Move it in a bit. Move it in a bit. I want to curve that upper one too, so you know how to curve it. There's 3 dots with a curve inside. Okay, then I'm going to move it. I will curve. So 3 dots with a curve inside. I'll curve this point too. That's curved. Tap on this, get it curved. Tap on the inner one. So any point you want to curve, all those straight lines, you could just curve them the way you want to. Curve them the way you want to. I'll get that curved too. Okay, so once this is done, now okay, there's an issue there. Let's go back to that point and edit points. I think I need to minus that. Let me remove that from there. Okay, so once that is done, I could see now there's an issue here. We have the brown shade is too brown for the hair. So what we'll do is let's just zoom out a bit. Let's zoom out a bit. Now I think the shade of her mouth should be the perfect shade for the ear. The shade of her mouth, not that too dark. That shade is too dark. So let's use the shade of her mouth to get the color. So what we do is this: for you to pick a color out, just zoom to where you want to pick the color. Now you tap on this, your plus tool. Okay, no, not the plus tool. Just tap on any shape, and now you can see what's happening. You can see that my shape layer is a bit out from the other ones. It's not in the same line with this other one. So just tap, hold down, then drag it until it gets to. Now it's a bit longer than the others, so let's just adjust until it gets to be like the other layers, where the other layers start from. Okay, that's how I want to be. That's how I want it to be. So it's 0. Yeah, it should be on 0. Now, so we want to pick the shade of our lips to fill that patch, that's an highlight on our ear. So the way we do that is this: you tap on make sure you tap on a shape that is already on your layer, one of your layers on the shape. Then you go to color and fill. Now pick your eyedropper tool, like a pen. Tap on it, move this thing to that where the mouth color is. Now if you look at your color palette, you see that there's a square with a plus there. That means if you tap on that, it's going to add that color shade to your color palette. That's how you add different color. You pick colors from an existing image or layer on your screen, on your canvas, and you get the layer, you get the shade of the color you're looking for to use for any other future purpose. You get it? So, and we want to use the shade for that ear patch. That's why I had to pick the color for that ear patch. So with this, I could fill color to that ear patch. So now let's zoom out to where we could see the ear perfectly. Now let's fill that color. So to fill that color to that shape, just tap on the shape, go to color and fill. Now scroll to where that color is and tap on it. So you see we have that shade on our ear. The shade is on our ear. So now I could see that, you see, we have that shade on our ear. So that is good. With that, now we know that we have something we could work with. Now the next thing I want to do, I think I want to add outline to the ear itself. So it brings it out, it projects it out. So border, and you go to border and shading, then you now ensure you see stroke. You enable that dot that is in front of the stroke, enable it. Okay. Now once you enable it, then you start dragging. You see, when you drag it, you drag this wheel. It's like a wheel with a green line. I'm dragging it to the left, and as you drag it, it increases the outline of that particular element. Now, as you can see, I'm seeing some jagged edge right there, which I don't really appreciate. So, but that is just some points that are trying to tell us that they are there. You get it? So don't worry. So those points are just trying to tell us that they are there. So don't bother. We could just pick them out one by one and make sure they don't overshow themselves. So with this, we have our ear outlined, and you see it's looking good. Just that the problem is all those sharp edges. So what we're going to do is this. We'll Okay, it's like when you zoom close, they're not even there. But let's confirm that that won't be a problem. So what we need to do is you tap on the ear, go to points, edit points. So virtually everything is working the way it's supposed to work. Let me see what happens. Let me see what happens. Everything is working the way it's supposed to work. Let me adjust and see what the problem is. Okay, I think it's better now because it was a bit groggy and draggy. Let's just see how it has. Yeah, okay. So I think that is okay now. I think it's okay. So we adjusted to how we want it to be. To how we want it to be. Okay. So now it's how we want it to be. So what I want to do, let's that ear patch, let's make it a bit darker. So how do we do that? You go to color and fill, then you come to this star, this tap on this. Okay, you see now, when you tap on that button, you can now adjust the darkness of that shade a bit. Once I adjust it slightly, then I'm going to tap on the plus. Once I tap on the plus, you see it added that shade down there. So once I tap on the gold, I can now add that shade to the, so you see now the shade is a bit darker compared to the other time. You saw what I did. Tap on this thing that is like a circle with dots on top of it. You tap on it, then you adjust the color. You see you have different color adjustments. The top one is to make it lighter, this other one is to drag it darker, the last one is to make it fainter. So that is what happens. So that's how you could get it done. Now, as you can see, we have our ear patch and our ear. So let's adjust the ear patch a bit so it doesn't just look abnormal where it is. Okay, adjust it a bit, tap here, adjust it a bit, tap here. So I think we're good with that. No, on top of that spot, there's still a space. I don't want that space to be there. So tap on the ear shape. So you could adjust, ensure you adjust it to fit. So that shade covers that point. This one comes somewhere here. Now, to even make it look a bit realistic, we could just even make it fill up the top of this other then adjust it a bit inward. You get it. So this one goes there, this one goes there, that goes up a bit. Now we have to curve that, because with the curve it's going to make it a bit better. So you come down to this your pad, then this three dots with a curve, that's the stuff in between the minus and the circle stuff. Just tap on that, so it curved it automatically for us. So with that curve, I think we're good. So let's just adjust this a bit lower, and then make this go that way a bit. I think with that our patch is good. So let's zoom out and see what we've made so far. Okay, now we don't want the ear to be that obvious, because it's looking too obvious. So what we do now is this. Let's group the two together. But before we group it, let's just name this. Let's name that ear patch or ear highlights. No, let's say ear shade. I think the shade is okay. Ear shade. Let's name that. Then now let's group the two. The way you group, you hold down and you press the first, then you tap on the second. Then you go to the top layer there on top of your canvas. You now tap on that first rectangle with a triangle and a zero, the first one on the line. You have, after your two layers selected, you now have the first, second, third, fourth, but there's the first one you tap on it. They are grouped now, so that they are one object. So we're going to rename it to ear. It's always good for you to rename once you do anything that changes the name. So we're going to name this ear. Okay, once that is named ear, then now we're going to bring this ear layer, drag it down. The way you drag layers down is that you see on the ear layer, at the end of the ear layer, on the end of your screen, you see three dots, three lines. Press and hold that. Then once it's aligned, you drag it down. We're going to drag this ear layer down to our face background, the face background layer. So it's now behind the face background layer. You see what is happening? Now we'll move it inward a bit, so it's not that obvious ear. Okay, so what you do is tap on the ear, then come to your move and transform. Then we're going to move it inward a bit. You see, move it inward a bit. So with that, we know that the ear stuff is a bit inward. Okay, should we bring it down a bit? Does it? Okay, no, I think inward a bit is okay. Inward a bit. Then I've not talked about this. There's tools that are on this left side of your screen. Now the first thing that is selected there is like a cross with arrows on the edge. That is what you use in moving things, left, right, up, down. Okay, I'm going to undo that. Okay, now the next thing is you have this stuff. This is what you use in rotating elements. If I move it up, you see the ear rotates this way. If I move it rotates. So that enables you to rotate objects, layers. This other one that is underneath it enables you to increase the size or reduce the size. So you could see, I want to reduce the size, I reduce it a bit. I want to increase it, I increase it a bit. So it boils down to what I want to do. So this is what I'm using, adjusting the size of your elements. This last one is perspective. It flips the object to a particular perspective, view, and the other. So now look at what is happening. It's making it go to a different perspective. This upper one flips it to a different perspective. The down does the same thing too. So it all boils down to what you want and what you need. But for now, we're not using the perspective per se. All we're using is the tools we're using the most is the the tools we're using the most is the rotate, I'm undoing to take off the perspective totally from what we just did. Okay. Okay, the tool we need the most is the rotate. The tools we need the most is the rotate, the rotating tool. We need the rotate tool. We need the move tool. So we need the rotate. We need the move. We need the rotate, the move, the scaling tool. Those are the things you need the most. So I think I'll need to put this here a bit inward, something like that. Then I think it's okay this way now. Okay, since it's okay this way, it's okay that way. The next thing we're going to do is, you have 2 ears, so we'll duplicate the ear now. Duplicate the ear, tap on the ear, duplicate it, duplicate the ear, tap on the ear, go to this plus with the 2 rectangle up there, tap on it, then you say duplicate layer. Now the ear copy has already been duplicated, so let's now, once it has been duplicated, you tap on the ear copy. Now you go up to the circle with the 3 dots. You tap on the circle with the 3 dots, then you flip horizontally. Now once it has been flipped, you now come to your move and transform, then you move it until the ear comes out on this other side of your screen. Now you see what's happening. Because we flipped, we need to do some rotation to make sure that the ear fits perfectly. Okay, so the way you do the rotation is just to tap on this rotation icon, then adjust it to fit the way you want it to fit. Once it is well fitted, you can now tap on the move icon, which is the one on top of the rotation, tap on it, then move it inward a bit so that it fits with this other ear. Inward a bit so it fits with this other ear. So you can see now that we have our ear the way we want it. Slightly out a bit. I think this one is a bit out compared to this other one. So we have our ear the way we want it. Okay, not too obvious, but visible enough to be seen. So far so good. We've created, virtually gotten all the parts we need from this face. We have our ear left and right. We have our eyes, we have our eyebrow, we have our nose, we have our mouth, we have the beard, the face, the hair. So our character face is virtually, the front facing character is done. There's nothing to be done again here. It's done, but you're left to readjust, adjust your face the way you want it to be. So for us, what we do now, let's just name this ear left ear and right ear. So like I said, our naming convention, when you're facing a screen, the left hand part of your screen is your right, the right hand part is your left. So the ear that is on our right hand will be our left ear. Okay, ear left, and the other one is ear right. Ear right, yeah. So we have a left hand ear and a right hand ear. So with that, we're good to go. We just have the perfect thing we need to get the ear running. So we have the perfect thing we need to get the ear running. So we have a face, our eyes, our ears, and everything we need to have a perfect arrangement. So once this is done, we are good to go with our face. Our front face is okay. Now, we want to get a left looking face and a right looking face from this front looking face we just created. Let's get started with that. That's good. Now, before we start the next phase of this training, I want you to ensure you like the video so other people can see the video, like it. You could share it, then always click on the notification button, so enable notification, so whenever a new video is posted, you'll be notified by YouTube. You get it? So now let's move on to the next thing we need to do, which is getting a side looking face from the front looking face. So you don't need to do any, the first thing you need to do now is go back to your interface where the program starts from. Now you can see that my face is the item that is there. What you need to do now is on that your face project, my face project, the one on top, tap on that three dots that is by the side. What you have there, you have select, export, duplicate, upload to cloud, delete. The task we want to perform is to duplicate that layer. Duplicate the project, tap on duplicate. Now you have my face copy. You have my face. Tap on my face copy to load. Once it loads, you go up there and change my face copy name to my face left side view. My face left view. Okay, enter. So the left, you want to run the left now, which is your left is your right is your left. So we're starting from the right. Okay, but whichever way you want to do it, just know that you see what I want to do. Now for us to get that feel of that's impression of that we're looking sideways, we need to move our face elements, the elements on our face to one part. So let's start with the eye first. Let's start with the first eye. You tap on the eye layer, you come to move and transform. Now you move it off, slightly off a bit. Tap on your eyebrow, move and transform, move it off a bit. The next thing is our nose. Tap on your nose layer, come to move and transform, move your nose until it gets to where the eye part is. The next thing is, let's move this other eye. We'll move our eye right, move and transform, move it. Okay, we moved it that way. Now the next thing, let's move the eyebrow. I know the jaw and the mouth is looking awkward, but don't worry, we'll fix that. So let's tap on the eyebrow, on this eyebrow. Let's move it, move and transform. We move it to this point. Okay, the next thing, let's tap on a beard, because the beard is very important. Let's tap on the beard, tap on the beard. Now you see that for the fact that you named this elements, these layers, the way they're supposed to be named, you don't have an issue working on them. You don't have an issue moving anything to any part. You just move it and it's perfectly adjusted to the way you want it to be. You get it? The next thing we're doing, let's move our mouth. Tap the mouth, move it, move it, move it. Okay, our mouth has been moved. Now we have some adjustments to do, because now you can see how the face is looking. We have some adjustments to do. Adjustments with the beard, adjustments with the face layer, adjustment with our ear coming to the front. Now because the ear has turned, the face has turned this way, there are some things we need to adjust. You get it? So first let's touch this eye. This eye, I think the eye went too far away from this point, so let's bring it in a bit. Okay, yeah, I think it's looking good now. The eye was too far off. Then the eyebrow too, let's bring in the eyebrow a bit. Bring in the eyebrow a bit. So you could adjust now. After you've moved them, you're free to adjust the thing. Are free to adjust your different parts the way for it to look realistic. For it not just realistic, but look like the other character you just add. You understand what I mean? Okay. So this is This one is a side looking face now. I think let it not be too as though it's looking at the front now. Okay, now the next thing I want to adjust is the beard. To adjust the beard in a way that it fits, then rotate the mouth a bit. So that is where we could use our rotate tool. So let's zoom them out a bit. Let's zoom them out in a bit, so we can rotate it and make it look as though it's make it look this way. Okay, so tap on your mouth, go to your move and transform, tap on the rotate underneath your move tool, then let's rotate the mouth a bit. Okay, rotate the mouth a bit so it looks okay. Okay, I think it's looking okay now. Rotate it a bit so it looks okay. Then let's go to our face background layer, which is face background layer, and let's zoom out so we could see what we're doing. Zoom out a bit, go to let's adjust the beard first before we go to the face background layer. Let's adjust the beard. Now for the beard, we need to adjust some parts that are off, okay, like that other side. So let's adjust the beard a bit. Where is our beard? So if you're not working with a character that has a beard, you don't have a problem with this. You just let it be. Let's adjust the beard a bit, bring it out a bit here. Let's adjust the beard a bit, make it look okay to that point. Then take it in a bit further. Okay, I think that's okay. Let's see what we have now. Okay, the beard has been adjusted, so even this other point of the face doesn't need to be adjusted that much because the beard is already adjusted. Now what we want to do is this: we want to bring out the ear. We send the ear to the back of the layer, okay, because then it was looking at the front, but now we need to bring the ear to the front of the we need to bring the right ear to the front on top of the face background layer. So look for your right ear, which is that one. Tap, hold, then move it to the face background, on top of the face background. So you could see now that because the ear is in the ear tone, so the ear should be very visible. You see that what's happening, visible. So that is it. Then we could move it out a bit. Let's zoom out and see. We could now move it out a bit. Where's the ear? The right ear. Go to move and transform. Then we can move it out a bit. You see, move it out a bit. Then it's so that it could look more realistic. Okay, let's zoom out. Okay, so that was what we did. We just moved the ear out a bit, so it's better off that way. Okay, so now there is what can we adjust? What can we adjust? I think this is okay now. So we have our face looking this way, and we've just got that done perfectly. And although you could still adjust yours to suit what you're doing, and so with that we have our side. So this is how you get your side running. You get it? So you have your front facing, then you can move it, adjust those parts, and as you adjust them, ensure you make them look real and okay, so it doesn't look awkward and out of place. So with this, we have our left side looking face. The next thing we're going to do, we want to adjust our right side looking face. Now, some you might say, okay, why don't I just flip this the other way? You can do that, but it's for the fact that you're learning, it's smarter for you to be able to get things done manually for now. You get it done manually. And that, what I mean manually is that try and do it so you get used to doing it. So when the time comes that you want to do the auto flip, you could do that. But for this purpose of this tutorial, it's smarter for you to be able to work it the way it's supposed to be worked. Okay, so that will be okay. Now before I go and do the down, let's just adjust our hair and bring it. You know, the face is looking this way now, so this side of the hair should be a bit fuller. So let's zoom in a bit, then tap on the hair, edit points. Now I want to show you how to add points to an existing shape that you've already created with the vector drawing tool. Okay, now if you look at this other side of your screen, I think we've done this before in the first class. Look at the other side of your screen, you realize that if you scroll, you see that there's a green. If you scroll and look at your screen, there's a green dot that is moving. If I move that, you have this left side where you have the plus, the circle, not that point, this point where you have like lines and dots. If I scroll, you see the green dot is moving, but I want to add a point there. So just move this dot to the point where you want to add your points. Move it to where you want to add your points. Then when you get to where you want to add your points, you tap on the plus button. Tap on the plus button. Okay, now you have your point. So let's adjust the hair a bit. So we could, because the hair has flipped, the head has flipped to a different point. So the head should be the hair on this other side should be a bit fuller. So we'll adjust this a bit. Okay, that way. Then I tap on this, move it a bit closer to the. Then okay, I think we're good with that. So it looks more okay now, because the head tone should project some of the hair that is on this other side of the face. So with this now we have our head looking this other way. Now we want to do the same thing for the head looking the other way. But before I do that, I think the ear is this other ear is a bit upward. Let me just bring it down a bit. Okay, I think it's okay like that now. So as you can see, we have all the stuffs running perfectly and okay. So the next thing we want to do is let's get the other part of our face. So the same process, you go back to tap on this on the top of your canvas where you have my face left view, where you have your face left view, that arrow and that line that points back, tap on it to take you back to this point. Now you do the same thing again, duplicate my face, front facing face, duplicate it, tap on the three dots that are there, duplicate the layer, duplicate the project, tap on duplicate. Now you have my face copy again, but this time when you tap on my face copy, you change the name to my face left view. Left view. You enter. Let me be sure that I named this thing correct. Right. Oh, my face right view. I'm sorry. It's my face right view, not my face left view. I thought it's like I knew I was doing something that was not okay. My face right, RIGHT. My face right view. My face right view. Tap on my face right view. You tap on enter. Now we'll do the same thing we just did to the left view by moving those parts to the left. Okay, to the right. So I'm going to tap on the eye first. Move and transform. Move it slightly that way. I'm going to tap on the nose. Move and transform. Move the nose to that way. Tap on this other eye layer. Move and transform. Move it to this side. Okay, then tap on the eyebrow for this. Tap on the eyebrow there. Tap on the eyebrow for that, move and transform, move it this way. Now we're going to work on the mouth and the beard. Let's move our beard, move our beard, where's our beard? Move the beard, move the beard, move the beard, move the beard this way. Okay, move the beard this way. Then tap on the mouth, tap on the mouth, move it this way. You know, we need to rotate the mouth to fit this new look we just gave the face. Okay, rotate the mouth and to fit this new look we just gave the face. Then I think this other eye is too close in, so tap on that, adjust it a bit. Okay, you see the red lines are giving you more like a guide on that. Okay, you're good to go, you're okay there. So the next thing we will do, I feel we could now the ears. Okay, we're going to we'll bring this ear out again, just where we did to this other one. But before we do that, let's flip the nose horizontally, so the nose flips to this other side. We know we've moved it, but let's flip it and see how it looks. Tap on the nose, those three dots up there, flip horizontally. Oh, sorry, it was my eye, it was the eye I went and tapped. Nose layer, three dots, flip horizontal. How does it look? Does it look okay? I think there's a little issue there. No, let's just leave it. Let's not flip horizontal. Let's leave it like this. Okay, I think the nose is still okay that way. So this is basically what we are doing. So now that we have this running, let's bring out this ear, the ear that is at the back of the face forward, so it fills up that empty space that is there. Okay. Let's do that. So we tap on the ear, tap on the ear left, tap on the ear left and drag it to the top of the background layer. Okay, once it's there, then we can now move it out. Now tap on the ear left, go to move and transform, move it out a bit. Yeah, I think we have our ear perfectly placed. That way we're good to go. Now this other ear we'll bring it down a bit and tuck it in slightly. Okay, that will do. This other ear, let's tap it, bring it down a bit. Okay, I think it's okay now. That ear is okay now. Then I think that is okay. I want to just do a little rotation to the beard. The beard is looking awkward, a bit upward this way. So let's just do some little. Let me rotate the beard. So I know if you don't have a beard, you could just tap on the rotate. I think that's how I want it to be. Now I'll now adjust it to fit perfectly. Adjust those points to fit perfectly. So you go back after you've done that, tap on points, and let me zoom close a bit so I could see what I'm doing perfectly. Zoom close. Then now this is where the work now goes. Tap, edit points, tap that, move it slightly backward. Tap this, move it slightly backward. Tap that, bring it slightly this way. Tap that, bring it forward. You don't have a beard, but it's always good to work with a beard, so you don't get you're not surprised when you see anything move. You're not surprised when you could handle any character that you want to create with beards, and you're good to go. So let's see how it looks now without those points. I think the nose, it ought to be where the start for the nose is and where the nose is. Yeah, so let's take, I need to zoom in a bit. Let me zoom in a bit again. Let me zoom in a bit so I could see where this nose edges are. You get it? So edit points, let's go where the nose edges are. Like that is where the nose edge is. Not that, okay, this one, okay. That's where the nose edge is. That's where the nose edge is, and that's where the nose edge is. Okay, I think we're good to go now. So let's zoom out and see how this stuff looks. Okay, so we're good. Yeah, so we have a side-facing face. It sounds funny, side-facing face. And then we have the beard, we have that running. So with this now, we have the left, the right, my face right view, my face left view, and we are good to see this running, and perfectly it's okay. And that is what we're looking for. Now we have the front, the side, the left. So the next thing we want to do for this time is to ensure, let's see if we get our head turn, like front looking, left looking, right looking. Let's get the head turn, you get it? So what we'll do now is this. We'll be using a copy and paste function for this stuff. But for us to not disrupt, okay, let's touch the hair before we go. Let's touch our hair. You know, the hair turned this way, so let's adjust some part of the hair on this side so it could be coming out a bit. Edit points. Now I want to add a point there. I want to add a point there, so you see I move that stuff. I want to add a point, so I'm going to tap on the point and move it out a bit. Tap on this, move it out a bit, bring it down, tap on this. Move it out a bit, then tap on it, then you can see now that it's looking a bit better. But now that point is too sharp, so let's see what we could do with that. That point is too sharp. I think it's too sharp. This point is now too sharp. Let's just curve it slightly. Cool. Yeah, I think it's curved now. I think it's okay now. So with this done, we can now go to the next stage of getting the face, get our head tones, like get our first manual animation, getting the head turn. This lip, I need to rotate the lip a bit. Tap on the rotate it a bit. You can see it's even entering into the beard. So tap on the mouth and let's move it out a bit this way. Okay. Now the next thing we want to do is to get our head tones, okay, our manual head tones, okay. As what we want to do now is get the manual head tones. So what you do is it's always smart to have these files: your front looking face, your side looking face, left and right looking faces. Have them as separate projects. Now, if you want to get your head tone, ensure don't start working the head tone from any of those projects. Duplicate your front facing face. this particular layer, the front facing my face, this front face. Okay, that's what you duplicate to get the other ones. Now for you to get your head tone, come to this my face layer. So as you can see on the screen, we have front, right side, left side view of the face. You can see that we have those views, front, left, right. You get it? So now what you need to do is, for you to get that head tone, ensure you my face, duplicate my face one more time. Now when you open my face copy, name it my face head tone. You'll see the reason why we're doing this way in the future. For instance, if I want to use this character and create a body for the character, make the character look front, left and right, the beauty about this app is that you'll be able to bring in elements from other projects, this same app. So this head tone is going to be a useful resource in the future when you're creating animations. You get it? So my face head tone, name this my face head tone. Okay, this is the front facing head. Now the next thing you do is, once this is brought in, we will group this whole face. We're going to group the whole face together. Okay, we will group this whole face together. And like I told you, how do you group elements together? The way you group elements together is you tap the first one, hold it down. When the green stuff shows, you start tapping the remaining. So we want to tap on every layer of our face: eye, nose, face background, ear. The only thing you don't tap for now or don't group the face background. Just leave it. You get it? Leave it. Then just tap on 11 layers selected. That first element, that first rectangle. Tap on it. Now you can see that everything has been grouped. Now you'll be asking yourself, where is every element in this place? You can see now they are back. Just tap on play and just scroll back. The thing will show. Now once you can see now, after the grouping, this one, the name changes to group 1. That is not what we want to do. We want to name this front face. Name it front view face. You enter. So with this, you have your front view face. You see now. Okay, this is where we begin to practice what I said before. We want to start. We'll copy layers from my face right view and my face left view. We'll copy layers from those points, and when we copy those layers from those points, we will now bring them here and use them as stuff to flip the face left and right. But we have the face front view. So let's go back to our screen. So you have my head tone. Okay, now I'll go to my face left view first. Tap on my face left view. Now select all the layers here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Instead of grouping now, this is what we do. You tap on this plus with 2 rectangle. Instead of duplicating layers, you now say copy layer. So we've copied it. Once you copy it, just tap anywhere in between this point, then go back to my face air turn. Tap on my face air turn project. Sorry, I said add run. Let me change that to air turn. There's an error there. Sorry, air turn. See, air turn. Okay, go back to my face air turn. Now tap on this 3 dots again that are up there, and say paste layer. So it has pasted the layer. So what we do now is just simply group the layers you just pasted, which is going to be from the hair 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So you can see that your front face, don't tap that for the grouping, because that's a separate face altogether. You have my front view face. Don't group that with this one. This is the left side view you just got now. So tap on the group icon. Just play one more time, top, then go back. Okay, so your layers are back. Okay, now we have that. So you can see that if I blind this up, we have a front, a side, a front, a side looking, a front looking. So you see what's happening. Okay, now with this set as the way it is, let's name this that should be a left side view face. Okay, let's say a naming convention, front view face, left view face, left view face. So we have a front view face, we have a left view face, front view face, left view face. Okay, front view, left view. Okay, front view, left view. Okay, we have that face. What we're doing. The next thing is to bring in the other part of our face, which is the right view face. So you're still gonna go, you will still go out of here, then come to the right view, tap on the right view face. Same process, copy everything you need to copy from here. Copy everything. Okay, copy the whole stuff, which is the hair. Copy everything except the face reference layer. Copy everything. Select everything first. Tap on the plus button. Then you're copying layers. Copy 11 layers. Copy 11 layers. Tap on it. Then tap anywhere outside it for you to deselect. Then you now go back. Now come to my face hair turn. Tap on my face hair turn. My face hair turn. Then tap on this 3 dots. No, the plus with the 2 square. Then paste layers. Just pasted this other side. Now group them the way we just grouped the other ones too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Those 11 layers has been tapped. Now, like I said, don't group the left view face or the right view face with these other ones. It's just those elements that you copy that you're grouping. So you tap, it's grouped. Where are my layers? I can't find them. Oh, they're missing. Just scroll and scroll back. It will come up. Okay, that's what happens. So we have what we're looking for, but let's rename this. Let's rename it to our right view face. Tap on that spot. Right view face. Enter. Then once that is done, the next thing you do is this. We have a front. Let's take the front view to the top. Click all the layer, drag it to the top. We have a front view, left view, and right view. Okay, so we have this views all set out, the head tone. So we could have a head tone. So now let's make a head tone. This is where you begin to cut these layers can be trimmed. So I'll show you how to get them trimmed. So we want to see our front view first. Then the next thing we'll see our right view and a left view. Then we'll now go back to the front view. Front, left, right, front, left, right. So that is a manual way to animate your head turns, okay? For instance, if I tap, okay, so now let's do 15, let's do how many seconds? Let's just go move your, if you hold down on this, your, on top of the layers, you have this time frame, this time counter with lines. Let's see what this first one, how many seconds this is, this big line. That is 1 second. So we're going to do 1 seconds each. At this point, if you tap on your front view layer, you see that you have icons that are tools that are out now. Let me explain what this tool does. The first tool is a time tool that you could either make the time faster or the time slower. If you want to speed up the video, use this go left, go right, okay? But we're not doing that for now, okay? Then the next tool that comes out there is, you can see that the element has dots with a line in between and a thicker line. It means that if you tap on this one, it's going to cut your layer from the beginning to where the timer is. It's going to cut it off and stop there. Everything from there, you see, it has trimmed it. I'm going to undo. That's not what I want. Now, this middle one will divide the layer but it's going to leave the parts. It's going to just split it into two. You see, look at what it did. It split the layer into two. Now, that is what I want. Okay, but let's undo. Now, this front view, the third one, what it does is it's going to cut your layer from the end point and stop it. It's going to cut every point and stop it at where the timer is from the back. That's not what I want, because I want us to do so I'm going to undo. What I'm looking for now is I want to cut this layer and still move it off. So I'm going to split it into two. Okay, so I get my first 1 second for the front facing view. Okay, now I want to cut this right face view to begin from where the front face view ends. So I'm going to use this one, this front. You see, it has trimmed it. It has trimmed it to this point. Okay, it trimmed it to where this other one is. Okay, now this is 1 second. I will move this timer to 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Okay, so I'm going to drag it, move it to exactly 2 seconds. Okay, now what do I want to do now? I'm going to cut off part of this front view so that it doesn't hinder what I'm doing. I'll cut it off. I'll cut this front view, cut it off. I'll trim it. Okay, I'm trimming it. Okay, now you could see now for this right view. Now we see we have how many? We have the first minute. The first minute shows up the front face. Second minute shows us the side face. Now we want the third seconds, like this, from here to 3 seconds to show the left facing view of our character. So in that case, what we're doing now is we'll trim off this front view, trim it off, trim it. No, I'm sorry, I'm not splitting. I made a mistake there. I want to trim it off. Okay, so I'm going to tap. I'll trim it off. Okay, trim it off from there. Once it's trimmed off, okay, now let's go back. Let's split. Let's go to where this one is. Okay, front. This one comes to, once it's 2 seconds. We're going to split this into two. One is 2 seconds. Split it into two. 2 seconds, because that is where it's supposed to end. 2 seconds. Split it into two. So we have it out there. Into two. It's been split into two now. Now, what we're going to do is this last point where we have this is our left facing view, this other side. We'll cut it. We'll cut it from the beginning to this point. Okay. So now what we have here is, if we scroll, we'll have our front, our right, and let's have our left. Okay, this is going to be the left. So we'll trim this when you get to 3 seconds. We're going to cut this off so it doesn't block the left. Okay, so now we have a perfect head turn. Let's go to the front. So front, left, yeah. So you see, that is the manual stuff we're looking for. Okay, so we have our air turns, like the manual air turns. We get this. We move that way and move this way. Move that way and move this way. Move that way and move this way. So we have our air turns perfectly done. Now you can see that in between these stops there are some overlapping points that we don't want to exist. So what we do is you tap on this, on the one that is, then you ensure that, hold on that arrow. Once those lines show, then you drag it in. So you can see that it's perfectly aligned. Okay, then we come to this one. You see now, so that overlapping stuff is no longer there. It doesn't overlap. Same for this too. We're going to do the same thing for this one. Adjust this other left point. Ensure it goes. I tap on it, on the layer. Then all that arrow that is in front, then move it to the point where that space is there. Then that is good. So if you want to adjust the stops, if you want to just tap on it, you see that gray with more like an arrow adjustment, just press and hold, and once the numbers start showing on your screen, then that is, you can start adjusting. Okay, that's what you do. So we have our front. Let's play front, left and right. Okay, now we want to, since we have this 1 2 3 to this point. Okay, once we have it to the third, we'll do something. We don't want to repeat the process over and over again. We don't want to repeat it over and over again. So if we want to do left, right, then front, now we could just ensure that the front face is the only thing that is remaining. Okay, so that's what we want to do now. Just delete blind. Don't delete just blind, because you might need it later. Okay, so once the blind the right, then leave the front face. What happened? I think I just did something. I made a mistake. Something just happened now. Okay. So you have the front, the left, right, this, back to the front. So um now we'll stop this from showing. We'll stop this one at the bottom from showing. Once you get to this 3 minutes mark, 3 seconds mark, we'll cut this left view face. We'll take it off totally. We'll cut it. No, okay, we'll just split it. Not really cut here. Let's split it. Let's split it. Then we blind it on top. So it's just the front view face that I was showing. Okay, what am I seeing here? Okay, I know what's happening. This thing is still carrying some extras, so let's click and ensure that it's not okay. Okay, so with this now we have a front, left, and right, then back to the front. So now let's just leave it at let's leave it at make it run for 5 seconds. 5 seconds, yeah. So we'll trim the now what you have to know is if you want to cut your time, the time can go infinitely. You could set the time can go as long as your layers are. So but if you cut the layer to a particular point in time, that's how you set the time for the animation. So you can see that times are not like defaultly set, but there's a point where you could set time to, I think this thing is like 3 minutes or thereabouts, but you could cut the time to any layer you want to. But there's a place you could set the time for it to be able to run the way you want it to run. So sorry, the duration of the time you could set it the way you want it to be. But I want to trim these layers from the side. So these are projects going to be just 5 seconds long. So like I said, you tap on that last one, it trims it to the end of that. Once you've done that, you tap on the next one, you trim it to, then the next one, you tap on it, then you get it trimmed also. Okay, so with that, so far so good. We've been able to get our face layers done, flipped left and right, then back to front. Now you can see that for the fact that these reference layer is still there, that's why so let's delete the reference layer now. Delete the reference layer. So once we hit delete, you see now the project stops at where the layers we just trimmed stopped. So if we go back, it won't exceed that. Okay, so the guy looks front, turns that way, then turn this way, then back to the front. He's talking to somebody in the front, he turns that way, turns this way, then back in the front. Okay, so before we call this class, end the class, we'll do a quick blink. We'll make our layers blink, make the eyes blink, but we'll do that. Let's do it before to end this class. So at least we have our air tones and our blinking. Then for the next class, which is going to be getting started 3, we'll be drawing out using this we'll be using our vector drawing tool to draw out all the parts of our face: the eyes, the nose, the mouth, the hair, the eyebrow. We're not cutting this time, we'll be drawing. So get ready for that class. That's the next class. Don't miss it for anything. Set your notification. Set your notification so you'll be informed when the the class hits our page, and subscribe, like, share these videos. That will help more people see what we're doing. Okay, so that is for this. So now let's go back and let's blink. Let's get a blink. Let's get our blinks running. Now you can see that the front face is already a grouped layer. It's grouped. So for you to edit something that is grouped, you need to tap on this edit group. Now for you to tap on anything that is grouped, for you to edit anything that is grouped, you need to go to edit groups, because this layer is already grouped. You get the idea. So you need to tap on, after your move and transform, you see edit group, tap on edit group. Once you tap on that edit group, realize that the layer has opened up for us. Okay, that's opened up for us. Now what we want to do now is this. We'll get into we want to make our eyes blink, and these layers, they are 1 second long and short. Okay, for us to get our blinks done, we'll create a cover for the eye and a cover for this other eye too, manually. Okay, so let's get that done and see how it goes. Okay, you can see that all these points are grouped. They are all grouped, and we want to, for you to edit something in a group, you need to go to edit group, which is on this tool here. You say edit group, you tap on edit group. Then now let's zoom very close to what we want to do. Let's zoom very, very close to what we want to do. Okay, and what we're going to do, 3, 1. Now we tap on this that button, tap on vector drawing. We want to get a shape that will close this eye like a blink. You get it, like a blink. Okay, shape that will close the eye like a blink. Okay, and that is we're gonna tap on this first point. Tap on the second point. Tap on the third point. Then let's close it up. Then we're going to close it up. Close up the shape. Okay, we have it closed. The next thing is to curve the shapes, curve them the way we want to get them curved. Tap on that, get it curved. Come here, bring it down a bit. Come here, bring it down a bit. Now we're going to rotate. Let's fill color and rotate what we just did. We're going to color fill it with our skin color, our skin tone. Go back the way we could do it. Just that for now, what we need to do is we need to create get a point at this bottom and bring it down a bit. That's what we need to do. Okay, so we're going to add edit points, then move to get that green dot to come down here. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. We add a point there. Then once you add that point, you move it down a bit. Move the point down a bit. Possibly curve the point. I'm going to curve the point. Tap on it, then adjust it. Ensure that eye line is not covered by your blink. Then we'll move this one down a bit so that brown wrinkle is still there because we're blinking. So we got that blink. Now let's call this blink. Okay, we'll name it blink. Let's rename it blink. Blink, enter, and we'll duplicate the blink, then group them. Duplicate the blink, then group them. Okay, so what we do is this: duplicate the blink, then group it. Tap on the blink, duplicate layer, then we flip it. We're going to flip it horizontal. The blink copy, we're going to flip it horizontal. Tap on it, flip horizontal, then go to move and transform, then move it to this other eye. Okay, we have it there now. So since we have the blink copies, we'll now group them together. So you tap on the first, and then look at what we're creating all this thing in your front facing view layer. You see what's happening? The blink is being created inside the group layer. So you see, so we're going to group this two and name it blink. Name it blink. Blink, enter. Now, once we've done that, let's cut it to where we want it to be. So we're going to trim it. I'm going to trim it from the bottom to the last. Okay, we use our trim tool to trim it. Now we drag it in between these layers. For instance, I'm going to drag it, click, hold, and drag it. Look at, I drag it to that point. So when this thing starts playing, the eye will be open, then just blink, and you see. So we have that fast blink. That's all we just want. Okay, so from here to there it blinks, from here to there it blinks. You get it? Blinks. Okay, now let's do something. I know we're supposed to do the same thing for the other layers, but let's try something and see if it works. Come to this, your blink layer, copy the layer. Now let's go back to where we have our full project, the air turn. Okay, now we've already done, see, now it's going to work for the fact that we used that stuff here. See, it's working because we did that blink in the group. That's the power of using a group. So you see, use the blink in the group. Now, where we have the challenges, this won't blink because the time in that group is shorter compared to what we have here. So I'll explain that later. But now let's come to this, and let's see if we could paste that blink here, and if it's going to work perfectly for us. If it doesn't, we can adjust. Okay, so now let's tap on edit group. Okay, let's go to the beginning, then let's tap on these three dots and let's say paste layer. The layer is pasted. Now you see now, so now we have to adjust this blink to fit our object here. So what we do is let's zoom close, then go to tap on the blink layer, move and transform. So you could see how you could actually use elements from different points to sort out things for yourself. But now you see, look at what is happening. This one is a bit not as okay. It can still work. Just adjust because the eye was adjusted. Adjust it to fit the way you want it to be. So we have our blink here now. We have our blink for the second one. So we're going to do the same thing. Hold down and drag it to the middle. Hold down, press and drag it to the middle. So it's going to play and blink. Play, eyes open, blink. Okay. So we've gotten this one done. We'll now go to the last one, which is, let's see how it works. Plays, blink. Plays, blink. This one we want it to blink too. So what we would do is same process, same pattern. Tap on the left view, Then let's edit group, move it to the front. The same thing, tap on those three plus and the two button, then paste. Okay, so you see now it's pasted. Same we did, tap on it, go to move and transform. Now move this stuff, move it, move it, move it. Adjust till it fits what you're looking for. I think we're gonna have a little issue here. Okay, now we have an issue here. So what we're going to do is this. For the issue we have, we want to go to, this blink is already a good layer, so we want to adjust this blink layer now. So we tap on edit group. Now tap on this particular one. I know you can't see it very well. Then you could just adjust it and go back to your left facing stuff. So you see now that it's already adjusting for you. But if you still have issues with this, well, you need to just delete one of them. But I think it's looking okay now. So now this is more like a fast way to get your blink done. So if you want the other way, you could just do them separately on every layer. But let's just use this for now. It's not too perfect, but okay, we have a blink. Okay, for this, not perfect, but we'll leave it at this for now. We'll adjust again if we want to. We'll adjust the way we want it to be. So let's go back to our face layer. No, not face layer, sorry. We've not moved it to the middle, so the thing, at this point now, we'll be having issues if we continue like this. What happened to this layer? I think I just did a movement. I was the one that moved that stuff. I think I mistakenly cropped it to the way it shouldn't be cropped. So I think that should be up to, okay, now I think it's too much. It was too much. It went off. This one's going to be permanently blinded because we just did something. We didn't move it to the middle, so it's going to be blind, and the blink is going to be permanently there. So let's edit group. Let's move that blink we just created to edit group, please. So let's move the blink to the middle. Press and hold and move it to the middle. So it's gonna play blink then. Okay. So basically that is what we've worked on today. So let's zoom out and see what we have here. Let's zoom out and see what we have here. I think the stuff is a bit laggy now. Okay, so this is a project we've worked on. This is the second part 2 of getting started, where we continue from where we stopped, and we've gotten to this point where we're done with the face, the front looking face with the blink, the side looking with the blink, the left with the blink, then back to the front, and we're good to go. So our next project, which is getting started 3, we'll be doing some drawing out the different parts instead of cutting them out, so it looks more, we could control a lot of things. Even the blink, we can do a different blink style with the blink for the eyes. So instead of just blinking very manually, we could do an animated blink for the eyes. Then we could adjust things the way we want to adjust them, but we're not cutting. But we will just do our drawing out. So get ready for that class. Don't miss it for anything. And share, like, subscribe, and see you in the next class. Have a lovely day. Don't stop practicing. Whatever we've done, put your hand to practice. The more you practice, the more you get to know it. See you later. Bye bye. Thank you for being part of this class.